Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Pass time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield, spinning his way. Pass the 35 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello and welcome. Super Bowl rematch on the horizon. Real quick though, we do have overtime between the Cowboys and Giants, as this game has been incredible apparently. There's 8:25 to play in overtime. It's tied up at 35. So we'll see how this game plays out and how this game ends, but welcome on in. Miami once again struggled, to probably no one's surprise. That post game goes up tomorrow at noon. So we'll go from there with the Dolphins, but we have this game to cover. We have Sunday Night Football to go over. And then we enter week 3 basically. There's just 2 games tomorrow night, but I'm only going live for one of them. But yeah, well, what a week 2, man. Week 2 has had plenty of fantastic games in store. Oh, Dak bobbled that snap. I'm gonna make sure that Chiefs Eagles is not starting anywhere else. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. Yeah, we get the tail end of this one. Yep, welcome everyone in. As we're preparing for Chiefs Eagles, overtime between the Cowboys and Giants is going on. The game that the Giants have surprised me with how they've played in this one. Also, I had to make sure to get the Kelly Green jersey on for the Chiefs Eagles. That's through the chest. Yeah, Dolphins played rough. I mean, they've played more complete than they did in week one, but still, that's an unacceptable loss by every stretch of the imagination. So Dallas punts it away. Interesting choice here. Giants with a chance to walk it off now. As it seems like Chiefs Eagles has just started. But we have overtime in this one first. Yeah, Fox is still showing this overtime, which fair. Very fair. Okay, there's a lot of discussions to be had in the following week. There's 6.5 to play in this overtime between the Giants and Cowboys. Okay, cool. I have Chiefs Eagles pulled up off to the side here. So Hertz was in shotgun. Philly got ball to begin this game. Okay, that's the key thing. Movement up front. The 3rd and 8 coming up for the Eagles. As yeah, main Fox is still showing Chiefs, Cowboys, Giants. Right? I'm going through Sunday Ticket over here. 3rd and 8, ball on the 33. Hertz and shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw. Pass right side, caught by A.J. Brown. He's going to get upended for a gain of 7 up to the 40. But not enough for the first. Meanwhile, Russ looking to throw on 2nd and 3. Pass. That's saying that's a fumble? Goes out of bounds. 4th and 1. Offense staying on the field for Philly. Hurts under center. As they're lined up to tush push, but this is a 4th and a long one. They run it. I don't think they get it. There's a penalty marker down. Yeah, that ball slipped out of Russ's hand as well. Offsides on Kansas City's the penalties. First down for Philly. Oh, Russ with a deep shot that's well overthrown. I don't get. I mean, it's 3rd and 17, so I kind of get it. Is this game going to end in a tie? Let me go over to Sunday Ticket so I can actually watch Chiefs Eagles properly on my main monitor. Hurts under center, back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10 from the 45. Going to hand this off up the middle for Saquon, who's going to lose about 2. There we go. And then we can get the overtime game up on here still. There we go. Hello. Welcome on in. It's a 2nd and 11 for Philly from the 44. Hurts and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Play clock winding down. Need to get the snap off soon. They do. Hurts to throw. Chiefs send pressure. Pass left side is tipped twice and fallen incomplete, luckily. 3rd and 11 coming up. Next score wins between the Giants and Cowboys. Just under 5 minutes to play in overtime. Dak will look to throw. And he gets hit. He's sacked back near the 29. This Giants defense stepping up. Go Chiefs? Yeah, that's fair. I'm just hoping for a good game. I need something to distract from the Dolphins. I went from the Dolphin game, was live for that, instantly recorded post game, then we instantly went live here for this. So Hurts to throw right side, that's going to be caught, but not enough for the first down. Devontae Smith on the reception, the gain of like 5. So fourth down coming up, and Philly will send this one away. Dak's throw left side is going to be caught, breaks off one tackle, shakes off another, and that's George Pickens for a gain of like 17. My team is the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, that was not a fun game to watch. Yeah, so that was a tough loss for Miami today, but hey, it just means that a new era is arriving soon, hopefully. Punt's gonna bounce out of bounds inside a 10 near the 7. Actually, say out of bounds at the 9, so KC will start from there. $10:23 to play in this first quarter. The Chiefs' first drive of the game. We'll see how that goes. Hell yeah, appreciate it. Mahomes under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. First and 10 from the 9. Gonna give this to Pacheco left side. Has some room, gets up to about the 15, maybe the 16. As the Cowboys are facing a 2nd and 29 that Javonte Williams breaks free from. Gonna pick up about half of that. Yeah, we're calling 2 games for the time being because this overtime game between the Giants and Cowboys is insane. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw in 2nd and 3. Has time, pass left side, overthrown, but had a wide open Noah Gray on a corner route that he just missed. 3rd and 10 for Dallas. Next score wins in that game. We might be having a tie to begin this NFL season. Yes, I stream a game every season. Every Sunday. I stream every primetime game, every Dolphin game, and any other games I find interesting in between. So for today, it's Eagles and Chiefs. Mahomes rolling out to his right on 3rd and 3, trying to throw it cross body, but that's incomplete. On 3rd and 3, it's a 3 and out. Zach Baum forcing that ball loose. Rough start for this Chiefs offense. A 3 and out is not how you wanted this game. Not how you wanted this to start. Yeah, and it's a tough thing. You gotta find ways to hit. You gotta find ways to hit those guys when they're open. And typically Mahomes does. He was off against the Chargers and is not starting the greatest today. Punt comes off clean, going to be fair caught at the 21. So the Eagles will begin their second drive from there. Meanwhile, the Giants forced a 4th down with 3:40 to play. They're going to have one more shot here on offense to try and take the win. I would have never guessed that Giants-Cowboys would have been a 37-37 overtime game. Would have never guessed that in a million years. Maybe if it was like 10 plus years ago. But definitely not this year. All right, 1st and 10 for Philly. 9:35 to play in this first quarter. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 22. Hurts going to play action and look to throw. Rolling to his left. Pass in, that's going to be incomplete. Looking for A.J. Brown. Great coverage there by Brian Cook to force that one loose. 2nd and 10 coming up. If the Chiefs win today, that's a great win for the Chiefs. See if they can pull it off. Again, after that after that game in Brazil, man, the Chiefs looked rough in that one. I expect him to bounce back, but having Philly this week is a tough team to bounce back against. Hurts to throw in 2nd and 10, passing left side to Saquon, that's caught, and he's gonna fight his way back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else there. Might even say he lost a yard in the play. Are we gonna have a defensive battle here? Yeah, Russ is up to 450 yards passing. Third and 10 for Philly. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off in time. Pressure coming. Hurts to throw. Passing deep. Left side for A.J. Brown. That's incomplete. There has to be a penalty marker there. Really? How is that not DPI? How is that not DPI? What? A.J. Brown gets pushed like 5 yards out of bounds before the ball gets there. How is that not DPI? As Russ just threw a terrible interception. Holy. 3 and out for Philly. Brandon Mann sends this one down. Going to be returned beginning from about the 18. Has room past the 25, past the 30, and tripped up at the 36, we'll call it. I mean, people are not, the people in the front office and on the roster are not surviving past Thursday. Because starting this season 0-3, because we play Buffalo Thursday night. Starting this season 0-3 is completely inexcusable. Especially how they played against Indianapolis and the way they lost this game today. A reset is coming. A reset and another rebuild is coming. There's no doubt about it. Mahomes going to scramble on first down for a gain of roughly 11. And it's like, it's year 4 of McDaniel's system. It's year 6 of Tua. 2023, they had that incredible season. Yeah, there's going to be pressure on this year and last year. And they just have not lived up to expectations already. It's time. The experiment has not worked. No, if the reset's gonna happen, you have to move on from Tua. And you have the opportunity to both this offseason and the next, because both the 2026 and 2027 QB draft classes are pretty good classes. So this is your opportunity to reset and get your guy of the future. And if 2026 was not going to be a good QB class, I would obviously say you have to wait a year, but you definitely can properly get a guy in this offseason. Pass right side on 2nd and 4 is caught by Hollywood Brown for a gain of 3, up to the plus 45 and a 3rd down coming up. For this reset, it needs to be a top-down change. Like Greer needs to go, McDaniel needs to go, Tua needs to go. Like you need to completely reset and get assets. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1, gonna scramble to his right side, picking up the first down and spinning his way out of bounds at about the 37. Yeah, I don't mind the constant chatting. And I'm also not saying Arch is the guy. I don't think he is either. I don't think his style would fit for what Miami would need to get. I'm more so leaning like Lenore's Sellers. But the issue with Sellers is, 1, he just got hurt. And 2, he's a very rough quarterback. He needs development. And I don't trust Miami to develop him properly. Handoff left side for Isaiah Pacheco will lose about a yard, maybe 2. I'm leaning like Sellers. I'm also kind of more so thinking 2027, so I'm leaning like Dylan Raiola or hell, even Diego Pavia. He's been looking pretty good in college. I don't think Nussmeier would be available by when Miami picks, because even though I am saying the reset, I don't think we'll be bad enough to get a top 5 pick. So I don't think Nussmeier would be available. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Juju Smith-Schuster, 3rd and 11 coming up. Oh, Dallas is in prime position to win this game. Like if Sellers was more refined by this point, I would say him for sure. He's still my favorite, but it's just he needs that fine tuning that I'm not sure Miami can give with the current staff, obviously. Before the 3rd and 11 play, there's penalty markers down as it's a false start on Kansas City. So 3rd and 16 coming up. I think I would need to see how Dylan Raiola plays this season against Big Ten play and how he plays next year if he does play next year. I just think he has the talent. There's no doubt about that. He has the talent to be an NFL guy. It's just can that translate to the NFL? And part of it is can he have a team around him in the NFL? So we'll see. Handoff up the middle on 3rd and 16. We'll go for about 3. The key thing for Miami is they need someone who is very physical and has a strong arm. They need to get the prototypical NFL like superstar quarterback at this stage. You can't really lean towards like insane accuracies or anticipation or smaller built guys. The 58-yard kick for Harrison Butker is going to be wide right. Oh, shanked it to the right there. Yeah, that's did not stand a chance as Dallas wins in overtime. That's a good win for Dallas. I doubt the Chiefs would draft Dylan Raiola. It wouldn't make sense because he's going to be probably a top end pick. But at the same time, it could work. All right, 1st and 10. Hurts in shotgun. Back behind him, 3 receivers to the right. 1st and 10 from their own 48. As Hurts is going to hand this off right side for Saquon, who's going to cut in and pass midfield to about the 49. I think it shows both. Because at the end of the day, that was a 40-37 final. So Dallas's defense just straight up sucks. But the Giants still have like a team that can take advantage of mistakes. It shows both. Hurts to throw in 2nd and 7. Pass right side caught by Devontae Smith. Gonna get a gain of roughly 6. All I know is that Brandon Aubrey just had an incredible game, and I hope that means he had a great game for fantasy as well. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey had a 23-point game in fantasy. Golly. All right, 3rd and 1, and here comes the tush push. Hurts gonna take it, and he gets it. Roughly a yard and a half, maybe 2. All right. That has been a much better drive for Philly in this one than their previous ones have been. Ball at the plus 41. Hurts in shotgun back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to hand this off right side. And that's going to be Saquon Barkley up to about the 37, maybe 38. I think you're saying 37. Yeah, not bad. If the Chiefs lose this game, I would put money on them being 3-6 entering their bye week. It's like the Chiefs' schedule, it's not easy coming up after this game. That's probably the reason why like that week 1 performance was so important for them. Hurts quick pass left side going to be caught for a screen with Devonta Smith, who has room past the 25 and down to the 23. I wouldn't say the Chiefs season is over because it's still the Chiefs. You never know with them. But it does start looking pretty bleak. Especially because you're gonna have the Broncos at 2-0. You're most likely gonna have the Chargers at 2-0. That's a massive mountain you need to climb. Hurts handoff up the middle for Barkley gets to about the 20, a gain of 4. No, was that AJ Dillon on the carry? Again, always good to see AJ Dillon back in action. His time in Green Bay wasn't the greatest, but he has the talent. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Gonna motion Dillon out wide to the left. As they go for a swing screen to him, he's gonna pick up the first down. Gain of 6. Yeah, probably. It's fair to say that, there's cracks showing on this team. I want to say that dynasty is starting to crack. Because in the same way, like, the Patriots' 20-year dynasty, per se, like, they had, like, a solid 7-year stretch in the middle of that where they just could not make the Super Bowl. But they were still, like, a dynasty of a team, all considered. Handoff right side for Saquon. He has room. The 5-touchdown Philly. He goes in untouched, basically. And the Eagles strike first. Like I would say it's time to start worrying about like if the window has shut. When you start to see the Chiefs like going on like consecutive years without doing much. It's fine to have a rough year here and there to like retool. As the extra point is up and good. It's funny they say always have a bad defense because to me, at least last year, the early parts of that season last year, it felt like the Chiefs' defense was what kept them in games and kept them winning some of those games early on. As we head to a commercial break, definitely this year the Chiefs' defense is looking very rough. But speaking of the Broncos, I want to put their game on in the background here. If the Broncos are struggling, if the Colts win today, then I'm going to start to take them a lot more seriously. Oh yeah, definitely since the Super Bowl, the defense has been rough for sure. Like that's definitely without question. Was like I mentioned this during my AFC West preview video that the last time the Chiefs got embarrassed in the Super Bowl was against Tampa. Following year they missed, but then they went on the two Super Bowl wins in 3 year streak. So the Chiefs most likely will not be in the Super Bowl this year. But it doesn't mean that the dynasty is even close to over because we won't know when the dynasty ends until it does. I try my best with Chad. With the setup I have here, it's off to the side on a laptop because like, my main PC doesn't really handle streaming that great when I'm here. So I do try my hardest to look at Chad when I can. It's just it can be like in the heat of the moment, it can be like tough for me to go from like the game in between play to chat and back and forth. So when I can, I always make sure to look at it. Oh yeah, the Eagles. I'm still thinking can easily go back to back. I think the road will be tougher this year for Philly, but I mean, they as long as that offense has Saquon and it is clicking the way it does, they're going to be fine. Kickoff return beginning from the 6th. It's up to about the 31, 32. Yeah, the Chiefs. I think the biggest test for the Chiefs this week is going to be how this offense looks. Because the defense, I'm not expecting a ton from. Like, I'm kind of expecting this game to be a shootout. But if the offense continues to be slow in getting things going, handoff up the middle is going to be a yard maybe, and ball might have popped loose. No, the senior's down. And then might be the end of the first quarter. Yeah, officially a gain of 2 for Isaiah Pacheco. And the Chiefs do not need to run one more play. We'll see if they decide to. Mahomes being 1 for 4 to begin this game is concerning, definitely. And yep, that's the end of the first quarter. So 15 minutes in the books. Philly. Yep. Philly playing pretty well. That first drive was hit or miss, but then that second drive was same old Philly. Yeah, I just realized that. Thank you. That's also something that can happen. There's just I have like a pretty old version of the Stream Deck that Elgato sells. So sometimes it doesn't register the button presses, or sometimes I just straight up forget. So if you notice it, just remind me and I'll change it. All right, we're at commercial break for the end of the first quarter. McDaniel's having his presser. Oh yeah, again, Mahomes is when everything is said and done, Mahomes will be go down as the best quarterback in NFL history. I don't think there's any doubt in that. The stuff he's done this early on in his career is remarkable. But so far this season specifically, it's been sluggish. He needs to get things going. And then completely fair. Again, he's probably best quarterback of all time, and everything's said and done, most likely. Though of course will always be arguments there depending on generation and whatnot. But I mean, he has deserved every single ounce of praise he has gotten. Doesn't mean that it can't get annoying sometimes, but he does deserve every ounce of praise. As we're still at commercial break. I'm hoping one day I can get that feeling of like finally having a team that can consistently compete. Because that 2023 Dolphins season, that was angelic to watch. Hasn't been much of that since I started watching. Mahomes under center, 2nd and 8, play action looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught by Kelsey up to the 49, enough for a first down. All right, that's a play that can get you into a rhythm. So 1st and 10 from the 49. Yeah, I just Pat's left side for his screen is going to be about 4. Maybe I saw it, T-Fox. That's insane. But I think what's crazier, because I'm not surprised that Amon-Ra went off like that. Look at Brandon Aubrey in fantasy for me. You want to talk about people being livid? Like, is Benito? Are you still in call with Benito? No, I need to hear his reaction to Brandon Aubrey going off. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, 2nd and 10. Play action looking to throw. Pump faking again, and gonna take it himself up the middle with room. The 35 to 30 and sliding down at the 27. Again, completely fair. It's not very often you see a run like the Chiefs have been on. Yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown had a hell of a game today. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey, again, a kicker, had 23 fantasy points for me today. And it's the main reason I've surged back on top. Handoff left side can only go for about a yard. As that was Rashard Smith on the carry. So Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the 27. Mahomes going to hand this off to Pacheco up the middle, but that got blown up for no gain. Luckily, it was not more. And luckily, it wasn't a massive loss there. That's... Really blew that play up really well. Okay, so 3rd and 8. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. What has been a solid drive, looking to cap this off in the end zone. Mahomes looking to throw once again. Pressure coming. Tries to sidestep, but unable to, and sacked. Back at the 39. Beautiful blitz send there from Vic Fangio. As that was Andrew Mukuba, the rookie out of Texas, bringing Mahomes down. And they're going to have to settle for a long field goal try. Yeah. The Chiefs' running back room is perplexing to me. It feels like they're just missing a piece to it. Another 55-plus yard kick for Harrison Butker. This time he drills it, and the Chiefs get on the board. I put those to the wrong team. There we go. 7-3 game. Best drive so far for Kansas City, but still they have some stuff to work on offense. The question is just how long will it take before they can properly finish a drive. Yeah, that was a free lane for the safety there. Oh, Pat Surtain is slow to get up for Denver right now. That's tough. T Fox, I'm not sure if you're still here or not. Look at Punkle's fantasy matchup this week against Ball Flash. That's at least you didn't go against that. Bro, Punkle got screwed. As we're at commercial break after the Harrison Butker field goal. I think I would have. I mean, would I have rather got demolished like that? I don't know. The way we lost today is just so repetitive for this era of Miami football. I think I would have preferred something new, which would have been getting blown out by New England. I think I would have preferred it just so that way, like if we would have gotten blown out today, you know for certain that change would come. At least with this, like you can make an argument that they might hold on. They might try to hold on a little bit longer. But I think either way, like we're gonna see some shake up for Miami, which I'm fine with. All right, waiting for Butker to send this one down. Kickoff will be returned beginning from about the 3 and gets to about the 24. Oh, yeah. Chris Greer needs to go for sure. I'm just not sure if he will. I mean, it's his whole situation is weird because of the Flores lawsuit. But yeah, Greer needs to go. We cannot build a competent team. And yeah, Denver's struggling right now. Who knows? Maybe the Colts are legit like that. Which is a good and a bad thing. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. Looking to throw pass left side, going to be caught by Jahad Dotson. And it going to get about 5. Jadeveon Clowney is signing with the Cowboys. Second and 5 coming up. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. As there's movement up front before the snap, going to be a false start. So a 2nd and 10 coming up. I'm not sure what else Andy Reid can do with this game plan so far. Because at some point, it's just you need your guys to execute. And I think that's what Steve Spagnuolo is dealing with right now, is just his guys not executing. And then with the offense, it's same thing, just especially on the offense, it's just guys not executing. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, two receivers to each side. Going to look to throw here on second down. Has plenty of time in the pocket. Pass right side to Saquon is caught. Gonna bulldoze his way for the first down, a gain of 11. Saquon Barkley, hello. We'll see when they rule he stepped out of bounds, but lower in the shoulder there. Yeah, it's going to take a lot more than that to bring him down. Oh, yeah, he stepped out before the first down marker. 3rd and 6 coming up. Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, ball on the 29-yard line. Need to get this snap off. 3 seconds on the play clock. They do. Hurts to throw. Has plenty of time. Now gonna step up and take it himself. He's gonna fall forward for the first, a gain of 7. I am guaranteed to stream one international game, and that is Dolphins Commanders. I might do more. We will see. Kind of just depends on the week. Penalty is holding against Philly, so a 3rd and 16 coming up. Yeah, I think it would just depend on the week how many international games I do this year. So 3rd and 15, Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Ball at the 19-yard line. Hurts going to give this to Saquon up the middle. He's going to get to the 25. So a 3 and out for Philly. And this KC defense, they're playing solid so far. Under 9 minutes to play in the first half. And I mean, if Butker made that first kick, it would be a 1-point game. So, end of the day, still a 1-possession game. That's the key thing. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from inside the 10 at the 6. That's a great punt from Brandon Mann. Up past the 20, 25, and up past the 30. Stood up at the 31, we'll call it. And we can head to a commercial break. At commercial break. The back commercial break. It's a 7-3 game. We'll see what Casey's offense can do. A chance to take the lead here. Chance to take the lead. So far, it's a honestly, if this exact game so far was just transposed to the Super Bowl would have been that much better. Like, this has been a solid game. All right, just coming back from commercial break, and there's showing Chris Jones on that sideline. As Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. Two receivers to each side after Hollywood Brown was sent in motion. Quick pass to Brown right side, breaks off one tackle and going to be enough for the first down. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle, and there's some room there past midfield. A gain of roughly 11, maybe 12. And that is Kareem Hunt on the carry. Yeah, beautiful blocking up front to create that hole. 7:36 to play in the first half, and we have a stoppage due to a Philly player getting hurt there. That is Adoree Jackson walking off to the sideline here with his left hand being the thing he's pointing at. Now a handoff right side once again for Hunt is going to get about 3, close to the 45. Yeah, Mahomes so far in this one just been off the mark. He needs to settle in a bit, which is something you wouldn't expect to say surrounding Mahomes, but here we are. His time to throw has been quick. 2.5 seconds today, 2.4 seconds last week. He's in shotgun back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Philly sends some pressure. Pass over the middle is tipped at the line and incomplete. All right, 3rd and 7. Mahomes in shotgun, 3rd and 7, looking to throw. Pass left side, a wide open Kareem Hunt with some space, but not enough. Cooper DeJean brings him down short of the marker. Gonna be a only gain of 3 and a 4th down coming up. A choice to make for Kansas City. You're kind of in no man's land here. Would be a really long kick for Butker. At the same time, you're definitely not gonna punt it from here. So what do you decide to do? A 4th and 4. The offense is staying on the field. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Gonna look to throw once again. Chiefs, Eagles send pressure. Pass left side, caught by Kelsey with room. Pass to 25 and down to the 24. That's exactly what you needed. Exactly what you needed there. I think at this point for Mahomes, he needs to just count on Kelsey a bit more. Because you guys have that insane chemistry you've built. Just depend on him a bit more and just go from there. Mahomes under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side, 1st and 10 from the 24. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Isaiah Pacheco, and that gets about 3. Okay. Yeah, Travis Kelce's a Hall of Famer. Like that's an insane resume. And the fact that most of it has come at like the back half of his career. I respect Bo Nix trying to force Cortland Sutton a touchdown here. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left. Quick throw to Noah Gray for a tight end screen, gonna get about 2. Inside the 20 for the first time today, a 3rd and goal from the third and goal. 3rd and 4. I'm just saying 3rd and 5 coming up. Yeah, 3rd and 5, 4 minutes to play. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Gonna look to throw once again. Pressure coming, trying to escape it to his right, but unable to and sacked. Back near the 30. Penalty marker is down. We'll see what this is. But that's a massive loss of yards for the Chiefs. As Hollywood Brown is limping to the sideline. The Chiefs cannot afford more injuries to the receiver room. Just straight up, they cannot afford it. I didn't see what the penalty was. It's 3rd and 5, so I guess it was on Philly. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, gonna motion to back out wide to the right. Mahomes gonna try and keep it himself, lowering the shoulder, and getting 6. What a keeper from Patrick Mahomes to keep the chains going and to drive alive. 3:20 to play in the first half. God, it's been an hour already. This game's going by quick. I'm all for it. Cortland Sutton? No, it wasn't Cortland Sutton, but Denver touchdown. Bro, I need Cortland Sutton to get involved more with this offense. 1st and 10, Mahomes alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the 13. Mahomes looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, rolling to his right to buy some time. Gonna take it himself inside the 5, diving for the pylon, and he gets in. Patrick Mahomes does it himself, and the Chiefs take the lead. Much needed. Absolutely needed. 2:44 to play in the first half. Chiefs have their first lead of the day. Man, was that needed. Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair way to put it. But if you're going to make Mahomes feel rushed, you clearly also need to contain him because he has that athleticism for a reason. The extra point from Butker is up and good. 3-point game with 2:44 to play. Yeah, that's a great drive. Kelce isn't happy, but that's a great drive to take the lead. We head into a commercial break. I will quickly be right back. Right. Still at commercial break. We await the tail end of this first half. We shall see. Philly has plenty of opportunities here. But the good thing is Kansas City gets ball to begin the second half. So they're chilling right now. Just coming back from commercial break. I mean, I wouldn't say the Eagles' defense isn't looking good. It's just it was one drive that Mahomes was able to scramble well with. The Eagles will definitely make some adjustments before the next drive. Return's going to get up to about the 23 for John Michi, so the Eagles will begin from there. I do think a 3-and-out will definitely help in the grand scheme of this. It's someone necessarily called this Eagles defense bad. Hurts in shotgun back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. As Hurts will hand this off to Barkley right side, and there's some room up to about the 30 penalty marker down, though. We'll see what this is. How's my predictions going so far? Got that one wrong. But I'm at 3 wrong. Yeah, I'll take that. All right, 2.5 to play. Clock still rolling. I guess 1st and 10 for Phillies, and the penalty was on Kansas City there. Oh yeah, Vic is typically a great DC. Did not do well. Did not do well in Miami in 23, but you have a lot of respect for him. Hurts to throw on 1st and 10. Can roll to his right to buy some more time. Has room as he takes it himself for a gain of roughly 10. And yeah, Denver winning. I don't know, man. Denver's going to be a very tough out this year. As that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Like, Denver's going to be a really solid team this year. Did I forget to make a selection on my app for Panthers Cardinals? I guess I did, huh? That's insane. Man, I picked Arizona to win. And I just forgot to actually lock that in. That's crazy. That's fine. I can just retroactively add that to my win-loss because I have proof of me picking him to win. It's... Whoa, what did it just say? It's 13-3 Arizona. Which I'm not surprised by. Remember, Arizona's offense, though, is... Yeah, that's a very rough stat lines for their offense. They have a defensive touchdown? Is that what it is? As we're at commercial break for the 2-minute warning, how did Arizona score in this? Yeah, scoop and score. That's what it was. Um, I need to see more from Jacksonville. Not necessarily more, but I need them to be consistent with it. Because like early on in the season, yeah, like they're looking fine, but they haven't really entered their tough part of the schedule yet. So I need to see them be consistent. I need to see how they play when we get to like mid season and the back half of the season when they've typically have started to collapse. But offense definitely is. I mean, it's against Cincy's defense, so it's hard to say for that end. But like they played solid. I Hurts in shotgun back to his left, two receiving options to each side, 1st and 10 from the 45. 2 minutes to play in the quarter. I tried to warn you about Cam Little, man. Hurts plenty of time to throw. Launching one deep left side. That's going to be a penalty. Calling, are they going to say DPI or defensive holding? Either way, Devontae Smith was the intended target. And yeah, that was her. Ball was severely overthrown, but yeah, Smith gets. Yep, right there. Smith tries to then run back towards the ball and then gets stood up. They picked it up. I'm fine with that as well. He's talking about fantasy because he has Cam Little as his fantasy kicker. Right, I tried to tell you. That Little was not going to do the greatest this week. Again, he's a great kicker. It's just Jacksonville this week was going to get touchdowns. Pass over the middle, caught by AJ Brown for a gain of about 7. They picked up the penalty. They said hand fight him. 3rd and 3, a minute and a half to play. Philly. Hurts and shotgun back to his left, two receivers to each side. Chiefs send a ton of pressure. Pass, what a catch from AJ Brown. Only a gain of 4, but as he's fallen to the ground, he just goes up and one hands that thing. What a catch. And they're still going up tempo. Hurts looking to throw once again. Chiefs once again send a ton of pressure, and this would be a throwaway in the vicinity of AJ Brown. Bro, the Cardinals, I don't know how their offense is functional right now. They look rough. And yeah, true. I'm around saying Brown went off today. So yeah, you're probably gonna lose today anyway. 2nd and 10, Hurts in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side after sending a man in motion. And they don't get that snap off in time. Billy will have to call a timeout. Bro, I need Hurts to do something else in this game. I'm legit getting carried by Brandon Aubrey this week. It's crazy. Head into a commercial break due to Philly calling timeout there. But again, T Fox, at least you're not Punkle in fantasy this week. I do need you to look at his matchup. Because he got completely screwed over. Like even if he made adjustments, he was not winning this week. Ball Flash cooked in fantasy. I mean, the Chiefs' defense has pieces. Some of them are injured right now, but they have pieces and they have a good coach. It wasn't out of the realm of possibility for them to find a footing. But this Broncos Colts game is insane right now. 21-20 Broncos lead. Who scored this touchdown for Indy? Damn, it was Jonathan Taylor. Still that commercial break for this timeout called by Philly. About 50 seconds left in the half. Let's see. Oh yeah, I saw. Again, the Chiefs have the pieces defensively to be a good defense again. It's just they needed the execution behind it, and they're starting to get it, it seems, today. As Hurts in shotgun back to his right, three receiving options to the right as well. Sending a man in motion right to left as Hurts will look to throw. Chiefs only send three. Hurts with plenty of time. Gonna roll to his left to try and find some more time. He's gonna give this to AJ Brown for about a yard. The fact they only got a yard out of that is crazy. Hurts had all day to throw. 3rd and 9, and we have a timeout called once again. I think this would be Philly calling their second. Yeah, the fact that was only a yard is insane. Again, goes to show like the Chiefs defense has good back end support. You just need the execution sometimes. Wait, this Denver Indy game is gonna come down to the wire. What do you mean Broncos land, dude? I'm curious who you mean by that. And also, it's just the Colts apparently are good this year, so I don't know. Hurts in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and 9. Pressure coming, pass over the middle. Caught by AJ Brown. Depend on the spot, think he's short. Ruling him down at the 35, needed the 34. And if Philly, what's Philly doing here? Because you could have just hurried up and because you could have hurried up and tush push this. Oh, they're letting the clock run. Just gonna send this to half with the field goal. They call their final timeout. So out comes Jake Elliott to try and tie this game up at the half. I mean, Daniel Jones had moments in New York of him being a solid quarterback. It's just it's just they made the issue of paying him before Saquon Barkley. Jones was solid in New York because of Saquon. And now that he has Jonathan Taylor and Tyler Warren to throw to in Indy, yeah, he's still going to be solid. But he has better weapons than he did most of his time in New York. Jake Elliott on for a 52-yard kick from the right hash to tie this game at 10. And there's a penalty marker down, a false start on Philly. Make this a 57-yard kick, which Elliott can hit. False start on Philly. Elliott can hit from this with ease. He has made 64-yarders in the rain before. Chiefs get ball to begin the second half. Oh, wait, the Chiefs have called. Okay, so timeouts actually look like this. No, not like it matters. No, it's not raining. I'm just saying, like, Elliott has a leg that even in the rain, he can drill from this distance. 58-yard kick from the right hash. It is up, and it is good. He had like 10 yards to spare on that kick. Holy, what a leg. All tied up at the half. And this game's going to come down to the wire. Like, that's a beautiful kick. Yeah, that has 10 yards at least on it. Man, Jake Elliott is such a good kicker. All right, end of the first half. Since we're just entering halftime, I'll quickly be right back. All right. Still at halftime. But again, you have the Super Bowls. I will gladly trade. If it means the toughest games we play is dog fights with other top teams in the league, then yeah, I'll gladly take that. Instead of, games coming down to the wire against the Patriots. New England won the game earlier. It was a rough showing for Miami again. It's the same things that keep losing us games. It's tough. I have full post game and thoughts going up tomorrow around noon EST. So that'll get like my full thoughts, but brief like synopsis, it's the end of an era. Like I don't see how people in the front office make it past Thursday night against Buffalo, considering how that game's expected to go. Because like the offense had 7 minutes to just get a touchdown, and they couldn't. And they couldn't against this New England defense. It's insane. Yes and no. It's Today was a weird one with how Tua played because he played fine. He had that terrible interception at the end in the fourth, but like it's it's his lack of mobility and just his stature is it limits the offense. And because of that, it puts you in weird situations like we saw today, where you know it's late in the game and you're dependent so much on the exact window you're looking for. It's one of those games where if Tua had more mobility, or we had any quarterback that had more mobility you probably win that game because New England was giving you scramble lanes, especially towards the end. But at the same time, like he played fine. He had a solid game. It's just he's just not the guy for this team. Which it pains to say because I've been rooting for him, but it's just it's not it. There is obviously a world out there where all this where you can clean house in the front office and keep Tua and rebuild around him. But that's taken so much bigger of a risk than if you just completely and utterly clean house top to bottom. And that includes the roster. He'll latch on somewhere. He'll get another chance at some team because he is a good quarterback. It's just this Dolphins team cannot afford to be hand tied to that style of offense anymore. The AFC is not built like that. The days of the Drew Brees style quarterbacks is it's done for the time being. As we're still at halftime here, still at the half. It's 90 degrees in Kansas City right now. Cool. Hey, appreciate you hopping in. Even appreciate you hopping in. Yeah, appreciate you hopping in even for as long as you did. Do really appreciate it. You're not forced to stay here. Yeah, appreciate you hopping in. Good seeing you. I hope to see you around. I'll go live for a lot of games, so there's plenty of opportunities to stop back. I also go live in the spring for the UFL if that piques interest. The UFL is more football, spring football. It's fun. As we are awaiting the second half. We shall see. We're at a commercial break as we await the start of the second half. We shall see. The second half going to be good. This game's going to come down to the wire. Much better than the Super Bowl did. I feel like this commercial break has been long though. As they're showing this terrible ride the float commercial again. Such a bad commercial. It's not even funny. Yeah, that commercial it's bad. I don't know what they're thinking with that commercial. But just not it. It's just not it. Because you have the Chiefs get ball to begin this second half. There is as Tom Brady is on the screen. There is a report that he's going to be at the Chargers Raiders game tomorrow night, and has a quote unquote big announcement to make at the game. I don't know what it could be. I'm hoping it's UFL related because we've been really waiting for UFL news, especially surrounding relocation of teams and potential expansion. We know for certain that a team is moving to Columbus, Ohio. That's all we know. And we're expected to hear more by October 8th. So, second half kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 5. Room up the middle to about the 27. Yeah, we've been waiting a long time for UFL news. So hopefully we'll get it within the week or so. As Mahomes, alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. First play of the half, Mahomes going to pass this right side, and that's an incredible catch for a gain of 5. As he was falling backwards, the concentration to hang on to that pass. I believe that was either Hollywood Brown or Juju Smith-Schuster. Couldn't quite make out the number. But we are one half of play into this game, and Mahomes is 7 for 12, 56 yards. Like, how? Mahomes looking to throw once again. Pass over the middle is caught by Kelsey for about 4. Might just say 3. Yeah, same ball at the 35, a gain of 3. So 3rd and 2 coming up. I'm actually saying 3rd and 1. Okay. Oh, Bo Nick's a big scramble. Okay. So 3rd and 1, opening drive for the half. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. As he'll look to throw once again. Has time, pass over the middle is caught, but stopped at the line. Hollywood Brown makes the catch. But what a play there by Andrew Mukuba. Mukuba. The rookie safety out of Texas, a big time hit to hold Hollywood Brown at the line of scrimmage. And it's 4th and 1. And the offense will stay on the field for the Chiefs. Mahomes under center. They're going the T formation. 3 people in the backfield. A give right side to Kareem Hunt. He doesn't get it. He stopped behind the line, a loss of 2. Oh, disaster. A 3 and out led to turnover on downs, and you give Philly the ball back at your own 35. It would have been a fumble even if Hunt fell forward for the first. Wow. Just that's tough. Nolan Smith making the play there. And the Eagles. Talk about flipping a script to begin the half. Can I please get a Cortland Sutton touchdown, Denver? Makuba? Thank you. I really appreciate it. If you ever hear me pronouncing a name wrong, please correct me. I want to give every player the utmost respect because it takes a lot of effort to get to this point. And if they're making a play, I want to always try and say their name and say it correctly. So I'm always one where you could always correct me on pronunciations. I will never deny that. As we're at commercial break. All right, Denver with an 8-point lead after the J.K. Dobbins touchdown run. I don't think he'll come back. I'm praying the announcement is that he is like becoming a part owner of the UFL, and they announced the Columbus UFL team. I think I'm praying that's what it is, but I do doubt it. All right, just coming back from commercial break. On YouTube, there's a few. I know a few IRL as well. One of my good friends, when I played football, is a Chiefs fan, and we hang out during the summer often because that's when we're both back in our hometowns. Hurts going to hand this off right side for Saquon. First play of the half for Philly's gonna get about a yard. Because Chiefs fans like they're in like but the pre Mahomes era. I always had respect for Chiefs fans having to deal with the way their team was being ran, and I still have respect for them because hey, you go through that many years of just bad organizational failures. It feels good to have success like this after a while. Pat's left side to Saquon, so going to only gain about a yard as well. Yeah, this game has been great. It's not like the high flying game for like some people expect out of it, but I'm always down for a good defensive showdown as well. Nice. That would be before the Alex Smith era as well. That would be like tail end Trent Green. Not Trent Green, Matt Castle, I mean. Because yeah, 2012 was when they were bad enough to get Eric Fisher. Pressure coming in quick. Pat's left side incomplete. Looking for Devonta Smith on a go ball. And he's slow to get up after the fact. Oh, that's tough. Yeah, he's holding on to his back. I like the idea of the Chiefs here being like, it's third down. We're gonna send 8 or 9 and just say good luck. Just look, and that's massive respect as well because you actively watch Matt Castle Chiefs football and said, I'm gonna be a fan of this team. So mad respect. As we head to a commercial break due to the injury timeout. Yeah, Tyler Warren getting into action. Yeah. Yeah, other correct could be a bit sometimes. So yeah, obviously being in the KC area, yeah, like, watch a lot of Chiefs games, so that makes sense as well. But even then, like I know a ton of people who born and raised South Florida, but still found other teams to root for just because Miami was not that good. So the fact that you stuck with the Chiefs, even with all that, like props. As we're still at commercial break. Yeah, and the fact that it was like you traded up, the Chiefs traded up to get Mahomes as well. Like that was a gamble, and man, did it pay off. All right, 4th and 8. Out comes Jake Elliott once again for a 51-yard kick to give the Eagles back the lead. From the left hash, kick is up, and it is drilled. Jake Elliott, have yourself a season already. 3 for 3 on 50-yard kicks. Hell of a leg. And we're going right back to commercial break. I love Fox. The more and more that we hear about UCLA's football program, the more and more I'm confused how it exists still. Oh yeah, that's Fox for you. We go through this with the UFL as well because half of their games are on Fox. Fox's broadcast is bad, and this new scoreboard does not help that Fox has with it being very simplistic like that. Fox's coverage is just not good for football. Their college football coverage is great. Like that's fantastic. Their NFL coverage and UFL coverage, it has seen better days. Yeah, it's in the moment. You hate Jake Elliott, but the Chiefs and Eagles don't play each other enough for that hate to get like legit. The same way that like a Cowboys or Giants fans would. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Philly about to send this one down. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 7. Trying to find some room, gets to the 29, maybe 28. As they're showing the Mahomes against the blitz right now. Not been the greatest in this one. He's in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to give this up the middle for Pacheco, who's going to get about 5. Good start to the drive. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. Kelsey lined up in the backfield to his right. Ball on the 34-yard line. Gonna play action and look to throw. Pass over the middle, tipped at the line and incomplete. Tough, tough, tough. All right, 3rd and 6. Yeah, exactly. It's that same thing. There's always those few players where it's just like when they're going against your team, it's just annoyed how good they are. When you go against any other team, you can watch them all day. For me, it hurts even more when those guys are in your division. Tom Brady for the years he was in the AFC East. Josh Allen now. As Mahomes gonna throw this one deep left side and incomplete on third down. Going for the deep shot for Tyquan Thornton goes through his hands. Would have been out of bounds anyway. And it's another 3-and-out for this Chiefs offense. Tough. What kind of chips? Or you mean Super Bowls? Either way, yeah. Those rings, man, they make up for a lot. Pun comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 18. I'm assuming we're gonna have Fox go into a commercial break here. Because that's what penalty marker down, never mind. Sour cream and onion, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I'm a barbecue chip fan. What's the penalty here? 10.5 to play. Holding on Philly. Half the distance to the goal. Now they'll start from there, backed up in their own territory. 10.5 to play. And I see the train. Yep, commercial break. Okay. All right, so with that, I'll quickly be right back. All right, just coming back from commercial break. 1st and 10 for Philly, 10.5 to play. Hurts under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Sending the tight end in motion right to left. Give to Barkley up the middle. Gonna be a gain of roughly 7. Oh no, yeah. If the Chiefs lose this, I could totally see 3-6 by the bye week. Like, and if that happens, it's gonna be a crazy NFL season. It's not every, but it's to the bathroom. before Dolphin games, I eat spicy chicken. I love it, but sometimes it does not sit well with me. Handoff right side to Saquon Barkley. Once again, breaking a tackle, going to gain about 5. So sometimes it's fine. I can handle it, but yeah, today is not one of those days. And it always typically takes like 6 hours to like 5 hours to kick in, so it's great. I also do drink a lot during these streams because it helps my throat, so yeah. Hurts under center, going to hand this off to Barkley once again up the middle, and there's room. Gain of 11 for the first down. There we go. Just start giving it to Barkley again. It works. I mean, yeah, exactly. If the Chiefs start 3-6, the entire season is different for every team. But like, that's a real possibility. Hurts gonna give to Barkley once again, and this time gonna go for about 2. But like the Chiefs have the Giants next week, Baltimore week 4, Jacksonville week 5, Detroit week 6, Raiders week 7, Commanders week 8, and the Bills week 9. That could be 3-6 or 4-5. Maybe 5-4 if you can pull off an upset. But that's a tough stretch entering the bye week. Hurts and shotgun back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. There's movement up front before the snap. Going to be a false start. Because I obviously like Giants, Jaguars, and Raiders are the 3 wins I'm seeing. Maybe the Commanders will be the 4th. So like, yeah, that's all possibilities. But the Commanders are going to play y'all tough. Hurts and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. A 2nd and 12 coming up. Snap count. You get the snap off in time. Hurts to throw. Dancing in the pocket, and he gets clotheslined. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jeez. He gets clotheslined and upended. My god. What a hit. What a hit. That's Omar Norman Lott, the rookie out of Tennessee with the hit. Hurts in shotgun back to his left. Give to Barkley on 3rd and 16. He's going to get up to past the 35 to about the 37, but not enough for the first. Oh, if the Chiefs start 2-7 with a loss to Jacksonville, I don't know what the end of the season looks like. Like, I would have no idea what to do. I would have no idea what to expect for the tail end of the season. Punt comes off clean on 4th and 9. And that is bouncing in the end zone for a touchback. So Chiefs will begin from the 20. What a hit there. All right, 6 minutes to play in the quarter. Yeah, like this is probably the most up in the air season for the Chiefs we have seen in a long while. And that just makes this season even more fun. As a Dolphins fan, it makes this season all the more frustrating as well. Because like all Miami needed to do was handle business in the first two games, and they could be so fine this season. Like it's kind of crazy how this season's gonna be looked back on already. Because like it feels like this is the year for like Buffalo or Baltimore to get over the hump and finally like make the big game and potentially win it. It's like this is the most open the AFC has been since 2019. Again, I think it would only be a year of like it would be this year. You'll retool in the off season. They'll bring in guys defensively, offensively, and they'll be able to like properly build the team back up again. But again, you need that retooling year. It's very unlikely to be insanely successful every single year. And just like you lose that Super Bowl to Tampa, you miss the Super Bowl the following year, you retool a bit, and you make the next three. It's a good year to figure out exactly where this team stands. It's gonna be rough, but it's a solid year to it's gonna be a solid year that could extend the window of that dynasty. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right. Play action looking to throw. Pass left side caught by Pacheco. Gonna get about 6. And I could totally see this Chiefs team finish 500. But it's gonna be a rough start to this year. I mean, last year the Chiefs got a lot of bounces their way. That's not the case this year. Handoff right side for Pacheco on second down, going to be enough for the first as he gets 3 exactly. So first and 10. Mahomes in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Going to give to Pacheco once again up the middle and going to get about 2. 8 and 9 would be a fine season. I think that's what a lot I think that's what some people said the floor would be for the Chiefs, but probably not also at the same time. It's going to be a year that no matter what the Chiefs end at, if they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be viewed as a bad year, and I don't subscribe to that mindset. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw once again. Pass caught by Kelsey, right side has room. Stiff arm and past midfield, and finally forced out of bounds, but not before the 45-yard line. Cooper DeJean in coverage, and Kelsey still has it. He still has it. The Chiefs with a top 15 pick, most likely a pass catcher, is going to be a insanely good team next year. Because that's the other thing. Like, Rashee Rice has not been playing. If he's been playing, I think the story is different with the season, but there's other stuff going on there. Mahomes rolling right, going to keep it himself and get out of bounds after about 2. Exactly. It's a down year, not a bad one. Unless, of course, it is like under 7 wins. But like a missed playoff year is not necessarily a bad year, especially for the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs can afford so much leeway in a single season. Now, if we see now there's a pattern forming into next year, then there's cause for concern. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left as well. Going to look to throw. Pass over the middle, that's caught by Hollywood Brown. What a catch. A gain of 6. Adoree Jackson was draped all over him, but it did not matter. That's a great catch. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. A 3rd and 1. They give to Kareem Hunt, and he's going to get it. A gain of 2. Hey, this has been a really good drive. 2 minutes to play in the third. They're moving the ball well. Yeah, exactly. Bad year is 5-7 wins, and even less. Yeah, that's a bad year. And yeah, this game definitely changes the trajectory of seasons, because it's a lot easier to make the playoffs starting 1-1 than 0-2. And Philly, like starting 2-0 is big for Philly as well. Mahomes looking to throw, pass left side, going to be caught, makes one man miss, and gets enough for the first down. Gain of 11 or 12. That's Hollywood Brown once again. Like after how Dallas played today, Philly wants as much breathing room between them and Dallas as they can get. Because next time Philly and Dallas plays, they're not going to. It's going to be a lot tougher of a win for Philly. And then like they still have to play Washington twice at the tail end of the season. Mahomes in shotgun, a back to his right, Kelsey in the backfield to his left, I believe. I'm gonna give this to Pacheco left side, and he's gonna lose about 3. Back to the 25. Yeah, more drives like this would be good, but both of these teams, man, when their drives are good, it kills so much clock. It's actually funny. Like both teams either go 3 and out or they waste like 10 minutes. 2nd and 12. Mahomes in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna look to throw, pass left side, that's caught, and that's gonna be Tyquan Thornton for about 10. 3rd and 2 coming up, but this has been a great drive for the Chiefs. I'm wearing a Jalen Hurts Kelly Green jersey. As that's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. It's a 3-point Eagles lead. This one's going to come down to the wire. Yeah, this is a Kelly Green Hurts jersey. I got this and a throwback Ray Lewis jersey, because there was a buy one get one half off sale one Christmas. So I got those at the same time. That's off the Ray Lewis is off to the side. Also a Bo Jackson jersey off to the side, just out of camera view. There's a TJ Watt jersey over there, DeMar Hamlin right over here, Trevor Lawrence, Mike Evans. I got a few jerseys. I didn't have time to put like the generic NFL stuff behind me, so it's still like South Florida themed for the Dolphin game. Sunday Night Football, I'll have all the other NFL jerseys behind me. Favorite jersey is this one right here, right over my left shoulder. That's a signed Dan Marino jersey I got for $100 at a convention. It's easy steal. That's probably my favorite jersey. If we're talking about just like of the NFL teams, Who went for probably any Chargers jersey? I love the Chargers uniforms. I need to get a Chargers jersey at some point. Same with the Packers. Like of ones I owned, it's this San Marino any day. As we're still at commercial break. Though also this Florida Panthers jersey is a close second, mainly just because I got this at the Eastern Conference Finals Game 6 against the Rangers when they were on the run to win their first Stanley Cup. So I have good memories with that jersey. That's fair. Completely fair. Next Sunday, for all the games I'll be live with, I'll have a generic NFL back in because Miami plays Thursday night. The South Florida backdrop will be for that game, but not the others. 3rd and 2, back from commercial break. Mahomes in shotgun. Give up the middle for Pacheco, and it will depend on the spot. It's close. I think he's short, though. And yeah, they're saying he's just short, probably by about half a yard. I believe that was Josh Uche making the tackle there. And there's a decision to make for Kansas City. It's a fourth and inches, basically. Offense is staying on the field. Mahomes under center. Pacheco behind him. Kareem Hunt lined up behind him. 4th and 1. Give to Kareem Hunt, and it's going to get the first up to the 10-yard line. The fullback dive with Kareem Hunt picks up 3. They keep the chains moving. Well, Thursday night's going to be fun between the two of us. It's not often I root for Buffalo, but part of me is rooting for Buffalo to put up 70 on Thursday night, just so that way we can reset in Miami. But y'all had a great game today against the Jets. I have so much respect for how Buffalo has turned things around. Now that doesn't mean I want y'all to win a ring, but I do have a massive respect for Buffalo. Mutually, exactly. If your Eagles friends willing to join in, I'm down. Well, everyone's welcome here. End of the day, we're all just trying to watch football and have a good time. Yeah, because Josh Allen is so during 2019 when the Super Bowl was in Miami last, they had the whole like Super Bowl experience down there, and I got to meet Josh Allen for that. He's he's one of those players where it's so hard for me to root against him, but because he's on Buffalo, I have to. If he was on any other team, he would be one of my favorite players. I have so much respect for Josh Allen. I love how he plays. Go Leafs! Oh come on, Bills and Maple Leafs fan, dude. Come on. Who's your NBA team? Can we find some neutral ground? Oh, yeah, Allen seems fantastic. It was a brief like conversation and stuff. He's he's Josh Allen's one of one. Are you a Raptors fan? If so, then I'm cool with that. As long as it's not Celtics, really, I'm cool. All right, first and goal from the 10. Mahomes under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle for Kareem Hunt. Going to get down to the 6. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. The Raptors. It feels like the Raptors kind of wasted an opportunity with Scotty Barnes. He's a talented player. It's just they can't quite build a team around him. Hell yeah. Mahomes in shotgun. Two receiver, 3 receiving options to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw here on second and goal. Pass end zone is picked off. Intercepted going the other way. The 15 to 20 has room down the sideline. One man to beat, and he gets tripped up out of bounds at the 43. Bounced off of Kelsey's hands and into the arms of Andrew Makuba and the Eagles with a game-changing play. Oh, that's one Kelsey has to catch. That's one Kelsey has to catch. I don't care. Off his hand, off his shoulder, into the arms of Makuba, and the Eagles have completely flipped this game. And that brings us to a commercial break as well. Wow, that's an uncharacteristic mistake from Kelsey. You don't see him drop a pass like that often. It would have been a touchdown as well. That's easily a 7-point swing. Wow. Just wow. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, South Florida sports is in a weird spot right now though. I will say that. I think if you go like 5, 7 years ago, hell, if you go like 3 years ago, probably, or no, like yeah, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and you tell someone that the gold standard of South Florida sports was going to be the Florida Panthers in by 2025, I don't think a lot of people believe you. But yeah, that's where we sit. But it's nice. It's nice. The NHL is so much fun to watch. In the past few years it has instantly become my second favorite sport. It used to be the NBA, but the Heat fell off and kind of fell off of the NBA. But also in the past few years, my rankings of like how good a playoffs is to watch has changed. Like the NHL has become my favorite playoffs across all sports. Yeah. Part of me wants to get another Dolphins jersey. Because I have like the 2 custom ones, like that one there, and then the one I wore during the game. But like, I kind of want to get another one because those are also pretty old. There's no player to get for this Dolphins team right now. I mean, Devon Achane would be like the one guy I would want, but like, there's just nothing with Miami. Like, especially because this team's heading directly towards a reset. As we're just coming back from commercial break, yeah, that would have been a touchdown for sure. That's an uncharacteristic mistake from Kelsey. Currently sits as at least a 7-point swing. We'll see if it gets to more with how Philly does on this drive. Hurts in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Ball on their own 41. Hurts gonna toss this to Barkley right side, who has some blocking, and only gonna pick up a yard. He tried to cut it back inside, but not much going there. Oh, the Panthers have been so much fun to watch, and they've been so great. I wish I was able to go to the home opener this season. If like that game being on a 5 p.m. on a Wednesday is insane. I wish I was able to go to Banner Night. I try and go to a few others though. Hello, welcome on in. Oh, is there a hold in there? That or no? Are they saying face mask? Yeah, they're saying face mask on Kansas City. So Eagles ball at the plus 43. Hurts in shotgun, gonna toss this to Barkley left side this time. And there's some space up past the 40 to about the 35, maybe 36. Okay. Yeah, so 2nd and 3 coming up. One of my favorite thing about the Florida Panthers is the stadium location. I love where it's at Sawgrass Mall. It's a great location because parking, you can get free parking easily there. That mall is insane amount of parking space. Hurts pass left side going to be a first down pickup of about 5. A Leafs and Oilers fan. Yeah, I have respect for the Oilers more so than the Leafs, but respect for both, but definitely the Oilers. I'm curious. Do you think McDavid stays after this season? As Hurts is going to give this to Barkley up the middle for no gain. Is the idea that McDavid's going to stay in Edmonton? I would imagine. Because if you're Edmonton, you just have to give him whatever he's asking for. You can't let someone like that walk for nothing. And I doubt you'll trade him at this late into the offseason, and a deadline trade just wouldn't net you a good return. Hurts alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 2nd and 10 from the 31. Hurts looking to throw. Chiefs send pressure. Pass right side is tipped and incomplete. Nearly picked off. 2 Chiefs making diving efforts but couldn't get it in. No, the Panthers arena is like 40-ish minutes away from where the Hard Rock Casino is. It's yeah, it's in a arguably a better spot in my opinion. I don't really like Miami Gardens and that area. It's just a hassle to get to sometimes. There's a reason why I don't go to a lot of Heat games because the Biscayne Bay area is terrible to go to. 3rd and 10, Hurts and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Chiefs send pressure. Pass deep, right side for Devontae Smith. It's caught inside the 5 and fighting to the 3 before being brought down. Devontae Smith, what a grabbing and adjustment on that ball. 1st and goal coming up. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. And yeah, again, I would imagine McDavid stays. I would be shocked if they let him go to free agency, but if he does, then yeah, Toronto's going to be all over it as well. So is like half of the NHL. So the McDavid sweepstakes would be something to watch. Hurts under center, back and fullback behind him. Gonna give this to Barkley, but he loses about 2 up to the 5. That's Chris Jones getting in the backfield. So a drive that started thanks to an interception off of an uncharacteristic Kelsey drop now sets up a 2nd and goal from the 5 with under 9.5 to play. And what could be the dagger, I would say. Hurts in shotgun back to his right, 3 receiving options to the right as well. Sending a man in motion as they're going to give this up the middle for Saquon Barkley. He finds a lane fighting forward, but down to the 1. 3rd and goal coming up. Yeah, Hard Rock is bad to go to. it has its moments. Like if you leave early enough, you can get to a Dolphin game just fine, or get to the casino just fine. But for the most part, yeah, it's not good to get to. That's where the Panthers arena is perfect. Hurts gonna tush push this 3rd and goal from the 1. There we go. Hurts trying to fight his way in. Did it work? If not, they can just do it again. Marking him just shy the inch yard line, 4th and goal. I mean, I picked the Eagles to win this game as well. I did not expect it to be quite like this, but the Eagles are still like they're playing very impressive football today, offensively and defensively. And right back to the tush push. There's a challenge marker down? Philly is challenging this? Okay, whatever. You've been perfect this week for predictions? That's impressive. To be fair, I also did kind of go extreme with predictions a little bit this week. I picked the Saints to win. Yeah, I did not expect Mac Jones to go off the way he did. That's a hell of a toss from Nick Sirianni. Hold on. He threw that challenge flag from the 23 and it landed 5 yards deep into the end zone. Props. Heading to a commercial break. That is very impressive that you've been perfect this season so far for predictions. That's power to you, man. That's impressive. I always try to go like a little bit out of the ordinary for some picks. Again, I picked the Saints to win this week. I picked Carolina to win last week. I picked the Falcons to win tonight. And I always pick Miami to win because I'm a fan, but yeah, they think he got in. He didn't. That's why I'm confused. Like they showed a side angle of that tush push. He was short. Again, it just wasted time out, but they're gonna get it in on 4th down anyway. Just do the tush push again. It works. It works. It's effective. You gotta just do it again. Because you never know. Like yeah, it would be a 10-point game, but you're most likely gonna lose a timeout here, and that timeout could come back to bite you. I sure know that Miami wished they had a timeout they used in the 3rd quarter today. As we're still at commercial break for this challenge, it'll take a while to review this. Joe Burrow was diagnosed with turf toe. Damn. Yeah, since he got the win today, but that's tough. That's an insane camera angle. Hold on. No, he's still short. Okay. But from that camera angle, it looked like there might have been space. Oh, it's a Diet Pepsi that I saved from earlier. Just because this is the second stream I'm doing today. I'll do one more of Sunday Night Football, but I needed something to give me some energy. Push push part 2, and this time he gets in. A 9 soon to be 10-point Eagle lead. Thanks to the interception off of a Kelsey drop. That's a 14-point swing in this game. Chris Jones did a hell of an effort to stop that, but yeah, you're not stopping the tush push. Uh, what's Philly's next 4 games? The extra point is up and good. 10-point lead. And yeah, there's still time left. Still 7:48 to play. Don't want to say it was the dagger quite yet. But yeah, that's definitely a massive momentum shift in this. God, this Philly schedule is tough. Rams next week at Tampa. And then versus Denver before playing the Giants. That's a tough schedule. I think a safe bet is 4-1 by the time the Giants game rolls around. I'm not sure where that loss would be though, and that's the tough thing. I guess Tampa would be it, because that's the one on the road. Yeah, I guess that one. I'm not sure. That's a very interesting next 3 games for Philly. Oh, and then right off the bye, they play Green Bay, Detroit, and Dallas. The Philly's schedule, man. What is this? What is this schedule? I mean, Mahomes has won games in the past where he's had 13 seconds remaining. So, like, I had to. So, like, it is far from over for him. But at the same time, like, they have not been playing great today. They had that previous drive was going great. Then Kelsey messed it up. Oh, yeah, I could definitely see Philly finishing with 12, 13 wins. Definitely. If you survive the tough stretches, and surviving is just simply like a game above 500 in those stretches. Like Philly's gonna be just fine. I could see the early pieces of this Philly team being better than last year's. Of course, that still could mean you win less games than you did last year. But I could see this team being a more complete, well-rounded team. The defense playing well today. Struggled a bit against Dallas. That's going to be where a lot of like the question marks will get answered throughout the season. Starting 2-0 is fantastic. That's exactly what you wanted. I had to. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from about a yard deep in the end zone and gets up to the 26-27. That was also mainly because I can't think of too many other Chiefs games where they had massive comebacks like that. Or like improbable comebacks like that. That's the first one that came to mind. Mahomes' last 3-game losing streak as a quarterback was in college. What? That's what I'm talking about with this dude. How have you not lost 3 straight since college? Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. First and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw. Has the time. Rolling left, going to keep it himself, and he gets out of bounds after about 3. You up to the 29? Yeah. All in good fun. It's all in good fun. The screen I had this Denver Indy game on has died. So what's this? 28-26. Okay. Is Carolina about to mount a comeback? Hold on. Probably not, but Carolina, watch out. As that's Jordan Davis coming off the field after that play, a little banged up. That's a big piece in the middle of the defensive line for Philly. Don't like seeing him come off the field. Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd and 7. Pass left side is incomplete. Looking for Kelsey once again. Just too far outside. And a 3rd and 7 coming up. That was Zach Bond in coverage. Yeah, exactly. Because the Rams have not really impressed me this season, so I could see Philly beating the Rams. Denver, similar, have not fully impressed me. They've played well, but another game that I feel like Philly can handle is just that Tampa game. I need to see how Tampa plays tomorrow night. Pass over the middle on 3rd and 7 is incomplete into double coverage. And it's a 3-and-out. Was looking for Noah Gray. And just, I don't get that decision. Yeah, I don't get that pass. Jean was with him step for step, and they're going to punt this one away with 7:09 to play. Punt barely comes off clean. That's a great punt. Returned beginning from the 1-yard line. And up to about the 16. Matt Ariza, what a punt. Yeah, next something too. My my name is Blake. So welcome on in. Welcome on in. And thanks for subscribing, sticking around. If anyone else is new, subscribe. We really appreciate it. I go live for every primetime game, every Dolphin game, and a few other games sprinkled in between, depending on how I feel the matchups are and which game catches my eye. I also cover the UFL in the spring. I go live for all of those games and cover it the same way I normally do for the NFL. And then during the off seasons, there's free agent videos, team recaps, video essays. Before this season started, I had a video essay go up about finding the actual worst NFL team between 2002 and 2020. That took a long time to work on, but I'm still very proud of it. That was actually a school project that turned into a video. Yeah, again, Philly's next three is gonna be a tough stretch, but I definitely feel like they could survive that stretch. Philly has a team that again I feel Philly's team this year is better than it was last year. It's taking a little bit longer to get the defense going properly. It feels like they have it today. We'll see how they do next week. But yeah, this is a Philly team that I'm feeling good with. It's just they have those few stretches now and then where I'm like in that schedule where I'm like, how are they gonna handle that? And yeah, Dotson probably should have let that punt go, but it's Matt Ariza, man. He has a leg. Should have been a Buffalo Bill, but off the field stuff came up. As we're just coming back from commercial break, this is a big drive here for Philly, a chance to really close this game out. Even if they don't score, if they kill like half the clock. As they're doing a wide shot of the stadium. You can see Chiefs fans leaving. That's crazy. Hurts in shotgun. Hurts under center. Back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Drive beginning from their own 16. A give to Barkley up the middle, and there's some room up to about the 20. Ran into one of his linemen. Otherwise, would have been a lot more. Yeah, that had the chance of being a lot more. Instead, only a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. 6.5 to play, and Philly's goal now is just to kill as much time as possible. Hurts in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Play clock winding down. Receiver sent in motion left to right. As Hurts going to give it to Barkley once again, this time right side. And a gain of roughly 5 up to the 25. I mean, I don't fully blame Chiefs fans for being like this game's up because the Eagles are a great team. But like when you have Mahomes, you have to realize like until there's no time left, he's always gonna have a shot in these games. 3rd and 1, here comes the tush push once again. Trying to get the Chiefs to jump. They don't, but instead they're just gonna snap this ball and Hurts will pick it up himself. Oh, Chiefs players are furious right now. They wanted a false start. There was definitely a false start. There was definitely a false start. There was also movement up front for Kansas City. And you had Chris Jones leaving that pile just right in the face of a ref, being like, how did you miss that? Yeah, Barkley is a beast. It feels great to actually see him have like this big success because you knew he had this in him when he was with the Giants. It's just he never really had the stage to do it the same way he does in Philly, nor really the offensive line. As the Eagles called their first timeout, they're not going to get that snap off in time. Yeah, he wants to beat the traffic. Which again, don't blame. It's just with Mahomes, a little faith. I have to give credit to Chris Jones though. It's ballsy to go up to a ref in his face and be like, "You messed up here." So 1st and 10. Oh yeah, because they lost a challenge as well. That's their second timeout called. Dub. 4:46 to play. 1st and 10 coming up, and this is already a successful drive for the Eagles. And I knew Jalen Hurts was not going to have the greatest of games, and I still forgot to put Jordan Love as my fantasy quarterback. Hurts in shotgun back behind him. Give to Barkley once again, and gonna maybe gain a yard on the play. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs starting the season 0-2 is not what anyone expected for sure. But like it's a down year for this team, and you kind of had a feeling that was going to be the case with how they played in the Super Bowl and like the past history that the Chiefs have with this era. But at the same time, it's like, man, I don't think anyone expected this poor of a showing offensively through 2 weeks. Hurts in shotgun back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off to Barkley once again. And he's going to lose a yard this time. Oh, I'm the same way. If I'm gonna crash out, I might as well like properly crash out. Miami hasn't gotten to that point yet this season. If you go back to week 4 last year against Tennessee, it's there. All right, 3rd down. Big time 3rd down here for Kansas City. Hurts in shotgun, back to his left, two receivers to each side. 4.5 to play in this one. A 3rd and 10 from the 26. Hurts looking to throw. Pass time, pass right side is caught. Gets about 5. Oh, the Chiefs have been calling timeouts. I've not been missing that. That doesn't help either. Only have one time, having no timeouts remaining, actually. That does not help. Wait, it depends on the game. How bad of a crash out you get with me. Because like the playoff game 2 years ago, the one in negative degree weather between Miami and Kansas City, it was a bit of a crash out for that game. And then like the other Miami Tennessee game from 2023, like that game probably would have gotten a crash out if I was live for that game. As this punt comes off clean and is fair caught near the 26, maybe 27. But instead, that game was just like stunned disbelief. So with 4:24 to play, no timeouts remaining, Mahomes takes the field, trying to cut into this deficit. Needing a touchdown, and then the onside kick. Mahomes in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. I guess the question also becomes how quickly can you score? Trying to escape some pressure and unable to. He's sacked back at the 25. That does not help. That does not help at all. Second and 13, Mahomes to throw. Passing deep, left side wide open and missed him by 5 yards. Tyquan Thornton had a walk-in touchdown. No one was within 10 yards of Tyquan Thornton. And Mahomes missed him by 5 yards. You have to hit that. You don't even have to lead him there. Just put it on his chest. Third and 13, Mahomes in shotgun back to his left, looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, pass left side, going to be batted away, incomplete. Quinyon Mitchell in coverage. 4th and 13, game comes down to this, basically. Oh, penalty marker down now. Oh, roughing the passer is the call. Chiefs stay alive, actually. Yeah, I did. I just haven't had time to respond quite yet. Because I was fully aware the Bills were going to win the AFCs this year. And that Miami was going to struggle against them. So if people were expecting Miami to get in the way of the Bills in the AFC, that was never going to happen. It was either going to be the Chiefs or the Ravens to truly be the contenders alongside Buffalo. Yeah, no one covered Tyquan Thornton on that. But someone tried to. He got ran into it by his own player. 1st and 10 from the 40. Mahomes looking to throw. Gonna step up and pass over the middle is short armed, incomplete. Looking for Noah Gray. Tough. And Mahomes just looks off. I don't know. Last week it was the same way, but they kind of fixed it in the second half. This week it's just they've been shut out this half. It's tough. Mahomes looking to throw. Stepping up, launching one deep right side. And that's incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton. What? I don't know what Mahomes is doing. He's just throwing heaves out there. Phantom Chiefs call, yeah. Oh, Carolina's recovered the onside kick. And the Colts won. Damn. Well, the Colts might be legit this year. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 10. Rolling to his right to buy time. Passing right side, that's a wide open receiver down past the 40 to the 39. That is Nico Remigo. Probably mispronounced it on the reception. Mahomes in shotgun, looking to throw once again. They're going hurry up here. Going to step up and taking himself right side. And going to get about 4. There's now a stoppage after that play. Penalty marker down. Holding on the Chiefs. Push them back. Push them back 10. I mean, the Chargers play tomorrow night, and they're probably going to beat the Raiders. So, it's still the Chargers division for the time being. Yeah, the Colts winning that game is... The Colts winning that game is impressive. Even if it was off of a bad call. 1st and 20, Mahomes to throw. Launching one deep over the middle. Has a man. This time, he connects with Tyquan Thornton. And the Chiefs cut this to 4, potentially 3. He doesn't miss Tyquan Thornton that time. 3 minutes remain. The Chiefs are down. The Chiefs are down but not out. There is still time. What a throw to Thornton. Mahomes does not miss him the second time. That's a beautiful throw. Butker on for the extra point. It is up and it is good. 3-point deficit. And the Chiefs have a decision here. They have no timeouts remaining. 2-minute warning will give them a chance to stop the clock. The Eagles would, in theory, have to run 2 plays before that. I think YouTube chat allows curse. I don't know. I don't swear often on stream, but you tune into a dolphin game where like just things are not working. Like you will hear me swear occasionally. Yeah, so you can. Yeah, okay. I'm not like completely sailor mouthed, unless I'm like very upset. Like I don't care about swears. Yeah, Chiefs gonna go for the onside kick. Carolina just recovered one in the game against Arizona as they were trying to mount a comeback. Let's see if the Chiefs can do the same. Butker sending this one up. The Fox's graphic is already out of date. Onside kick attempt is here. And it's going to be picked up by Philly. A.J. Brown falls on it. So the Chiefs can still get the ball back. It's just there's not going to be a lot of time remaining once they do. Because Philly would need to run about 2 plays before the 2-minute warning, give or take. A first down ends the game. Maybe you need 2 first downs, but a first down ends the game. Hurts under center, back behind him. An extra lineman in the game. Hurts going to give this to Barkley up the middle. And there's going to be a gain of 9. One more play is needed before the 2-minute warning. Which means, yeah, at this point, if they'll get the first down, 2-minute warning will hit, and then they can just knee it out. A 2nd and 1. Game comes down to this. Yeah, you just have to give it to Barkley. I mean, you could also just tush push. Nope, normal formation. Hurts under center. Oh, the Chiefs purposely went off sides. They're trying to be smart with this, but Philly's just going to decline. They tried to play it smart, but Philly's just going to decline this. I mean, would it matter either way, though? They're going to accept it. Does that stop the clock? And now Sirianni is saying to decline. Yeah, so I think that stops the clock. And that's why he's like, decline it. Keep it 2nd down. All you need is the first. Yes, it did stop the clock. Okay, yeah, that was an option there for Kansas City. So 2nd and 1. And here comes the tush push. Hurts going to get it. I think he gets exactly the 1 yard needed. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning, either way. Yep, commercial break for the 2-minute warning. All Philly needs to do is need this one down. Need this one out. And this is a big time win for the Eagles. Big time win. They're about to enter a relatively tough stretch of their schedule. So getting this win to start that, you're feeling good. You are feeling good. As we're still at commercial break, once again, I will be live in about an hour as well for the Vikings and Falcons Sunday Night Football. And then we'll be live tomorrow night for Buccaneers Texans at 7 o'clock EST. As well as Dolphins post game goes up at noon tomorrow. Anyone that's new that's stopping by, subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. We do a bunch of these live play-by-plays for both the NFL and the UFL. Might try and, squeeze a few NHL and NBA ones in every now and then in here. But for the most part, it's football focused. I should be exiting the commercial break here shortly. We're getting an MLB commercial. Oh no! After virtual measurements, they're saying that Hurts was short. Saying that he was 6 inches short. So it's a 3rd and 1. I mean, you just tush push this again, right? You get the first down. Yeah, you just tush push this again. Hurts under center for the tush push. And he's going to get it this time. Gets up to about the 30. And now they just need this one out. Yep, first down. A minute and a half to play. And clock begins to run. And Philly has to call their final timeout as there was some confusion going on before this play. So we'll see. And here comes the knee downs. We're going to need probably about 2 or 3 of these. There's the first, but that will make this the final score either way. What a win for the Eagles, man. The defense looked much improved from last week. Offense had its hiccups, but at the same time, they played well. They moved the ball when they needed to. They were effective when they needed to be. And Saquon Barkley still looks like Saquon Barkley. You can't complain too much about that. And that's going to be the final knee down. That will do it here. It's a tough stretch coming up for Kansas City and Philly. I think we're going to learn a lot about both of these teams throughout the next 4 or 5 weeks. But that will do it from me. I'll be live again in roughly an hour for Falcons Vikings Sunday Night Football. So hope to see everyone back there for that. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate everyone who did stop by, everyone who has subscribed and leave the like and all that, all the YouTube spiel stuff. So thank you all for that. See you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.